Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will be showing you how we created our pergola for our backyard. Okay, so here you have the 4x4s. We bought them at Home Depot and then we laid them out for 24 hours and then we went ahead and stained them. So as I mentioned on my list, we stained it a semi-solid stain brown and we did 2 coats of this. So here you have the system that we decided to go with. It's called Toja Grid. If you're not familiar with them, you can check out their website. We ended up finding them and we really liked the idea of creating our own pergola. So what they do is that they send you the kits. So they send you the brackets and everything. And then you just have to buy the wood and you assemble it yourself. So they have different types of designs and layouts. So depending on which ones you want, we decided to go because based on our size of the yard, we wanted to cover the whole paver area. We decided to go with the 2-sided pergola with the 2 cells on top. So this is what we got for us. And like I mentioned, they send you the brackets and you buy the wood and then all you have to do is assemble it. So you would just, what we did is we laid out the brackets where we wanted them and then we brought it in the wood and then you just place the bracket inside the ends of the wood and you just bang it in with a hammer like you see here. It might look easier than it is, but it actually became very, very tough because the wood is very tight with the brackets. We did see a lot of people recommending to shave the ends down so the bracket could fit nicely into it. But the problem with that and the reason why we didn't want to do that was because with the heat and the cold, the wood expands and so it could be loose after a while and we didn't want to have any structural issues. So we did not shave the ends out, which made it a lot harder for us to be able to do it. And by us, I mean him, because poor guy, he's the one that did all the work. I just held the wood. At one point, he even used the actual 4x4 and hit the bracket as you see there. That was a lot faster than hitting the hammer 20 times. So that was what we ended up doing. And so we ended up having to shave one of the ends out because this board was just not going in no matter how many times he was hitting it. It was very, very tight. So luckily we did have this tool in the garage. It's a hand planer. And to be honest, we do recommend this option. It would be a lot easier on you to do it this way. However, we do recommend doing it as you see it here. So the bracket inside the wood and you shave little by little. You keep hitting it in until it goes all the way in because you don't want to have to overshave and then you can't use the board. So this is what we ended up having to do for the last board. And so here you have it. So this is the top portion of the pergola. It's the easiest part, believe it or not, and we'll let you know what the hardest part was. But once we were done doing this, he went ahead and screwed in 2 screws at the end of each bracket. And then again, like I said, they give you everything that you need. And they also gave you these little caps to cover the screw, which I thought was really nice. And so as he was putting the screws, I was putting the covers on. Okay, so now on to the third part of this pergola, which is attaching these side brackets to each corner of the big brackets. And this is what's gonna hold up the cells. So if you happen to get this pergola with the cells, this is your next step. If you don't, then you don't need to worry about this. But it's essentially these small black brackets that go on each corner of the pergola. And here you have the cells. We got 2 of them for both sides. And then the next step was just to put up the cells. And here you have a look of the cells. So as you can tell, it was inserted through the side brackets and then clipped on, and then you just want to make sure you tighten it really tight. And then once you have that done, the next step would be to attach the rest of the brackets. So you do have to do 2 on each side, but again, you want to do this once you have the cells on the corner, so you know exactly where to screw in the side brackets. So it's going to be essentially 2, 4, 6, 8 for all 4 sides. And then we did the same thing on the other side of the pergola. Okay, so the next step was to do the legs of the pergola. So we went ahead and attached the brackets to the end of the board. So that would be the feet. And then the next step would be to attach the boards onto, lift up the pergola and put the wood underneath. But it was super, super heavy, as you can tell. There was no way that we both could have done it. Luckily, we had some neighbors that came and helped us. So as the 3 of them were lifting up the pergola, I put in the legs underneath. I didn't get to record it just for privacy reasons, but they helped us out a lot. So thank you so much, neighbors. And we definitely do recommend having at least 5 to 6 people for this type of pergola, just because it is very, very heavy. Okay, so now moving on to the other part of the pergola, which was the accent wall that we decided to do. We decided to go with a different color this time, and we did this nice gray. It's a color stain, and we just coated it 2 times. And then once that dried up, we were able to use them. So what we ended up doing first was attaching the brackets on one side of the board, on one side of the wall, I guess you want to call it. We spaced it out, we measured it, and we spaced it out evenly. And then once that was done, we went ahead and attached the wood. We slide in the wood into one of the brackets, and then on the other side, attach the bracket and screw it in. So that way it was all leveled and evenly spaced out. So that's the way that we decided to do it, and we thought it worked out perfectly fine. And here you have the end result. So we really love how it came out. It was a lot of work and it was very, very heavy, but we do not regret doing it. We definitely recommend doing something like this. It is cheaper on your pocket, definitely if you're going the size of a pergola, but do have more people help you, because it was just the 2 of us and it was just crazy. But anyhow, I really hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. If you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. I do tend to post a lot more there. I know I've been MIA here, but I will be posting more often. And I also did create a TikTok account, so if you want to follow me there as well, it's Jojo Bella Shares. I hope you guys have a wonderful 4th of July weekend, and I'll be back with more videos.